So, hello. Did you find your way here okay?
Yes, it did.
Alright. Well, I'd like for you to know that you can say or do almost anything in this room unless you plan to harm yourself or others that I don't have the need to report. Today's session will be videotaped for the sole purpose of my training, and only my professor and classmates will be aware of the video. Is this okay with you?
Yes, it is.
Alright, so today we will be doing sand tray therapy. And what that is it's a form of play language therapy where after given a prompt, you will place these figurines that can represent anything at all that you want it to into the sand tray. Today I'd like to know more about a daily struggle you face within your career.
Okay.
The boys that wear girls that and I was a waiter and it wasn't because I didn't mind it. Put it down and start writing. No, pass it on there, grab it, stuff. And you go back, you bring out the vegetables and how they're all other people want to as well. Oh, and this. Yeah.
So I noticed that you have kind of a divided line here between what looks to be two different scenarios. I'm wondering exactly what that represents.
This represents my two jobs on campus. One is coaching and the other one is academic advising.
Can you tell me more about what each job pertains?
I'm sorry, what each job?
Pertains, like what do you do in each one?
I'm with athletic coaching. It's working with student athletes toward a common goal of trying to be the best that you can be on and off the field. And this is more individualized. It's working, academic advising is working with students with issues related to their class schedules, time management, scheduling, personal counseling, things along that line.
I'm wondering if there's maybe common strengths that each job can share?
Both require outstanding communication skills, an ability to problem solving, absolutely. Acting as a mentor in both situations, good time management, just along those lines. It's generally, those are the traits that are needed.
So I can clarify what you said. So very much a mentor, guider, communicator, time manager of like both scenarios.
Yes, that's correct.
So along with all the, I'm sure, benefits that come from it, because it sounds like you're very pleased with what you do. Is there I'm wondering about any frustrations that might come along with managing both of those careers.
The frustrations are that you just don't have enough time. And so either throughout the course of the day, which is longer than 8 hours, because you have to give, it's not like being an assistant or a head coach. You have to even though I'm not working as a full time, I still have to give that in order for us to succeed. So my days can be anywhere from 8 hours to 12, 14 hours, especially when they're in season. So, that's definitely one of the frustrations and struggles is how, there's only one of me and a lot of students to handle and manage and both different roles.
So I can see how that would be very overwhelming as one individual. In an ideal scenario where you could kind of erase these problems of not having a lot of time, how would you go about that?
Definitely it would help to have more people on this side in terms of the coaching so that when I'm not available, there's an experienced person in my absence that can handle the team. There isn't such a thing with counseling, but the more counselors you have, the more readily you can. There's more counselor to student, a lower counselor to student ratio, if you will.
So you'd say there's less demand on the counselor end, but more demand on the coaching end.
Well, yeah, a team can have up to. I'd say our largest team was 22, 23 in when I was here in the beginning, when I was coaching. And that's a lot of women to manage, aside, and then you add 100 students that you're advising. So you have, 140 students you're trying to be accountable for. It's a lot.
Is there anything about either that has a lot of anxiety? Like something that happens that triggers anxiety?
Yeah, anxiety occurs on the coaching side because, I'm running from one job to the next and I only have like 5 minutes in between to prepare. So that's very anxiety ridden. And I know I can't lean on my assistants because they're only part-time. So they're coming from a job. So I never feel like I'm on top of what I should be, and you just kind of run in and you're like, okay, let's go. Yeah, that's very anxiety ridden. And then when you're actually going into a game, you have the anxiety of trying to prepare them to win. Because everybody's, that's what you try and shoot for, is for them to do their best in a game. That creates anxiety. Anxiety on the counseling side is just trying to deal with, you got a lot of balls in the air, you're meeting with somebody, and then, 2 people are in the hallway waiting for you, knocking on the door, waiting to get in. That's very anxiety, it creates anxiety.
I can see how that would be very anxious. Now I'm wondering if there's any way for us to maybe reframe the thoughts of, like you said, of like not having your ball together or like not having what you should be done. I'm wondering if maybe we could reframe those thoughts a little bit.
Sure. Oh, you want me to?
So maybe instead of thinking more of, I don't have my stuff together, I don't have enough time. Well, maybe we could consider maybe if I thinking of, oh, well, I don't have my ball together, but hey, at least it'll be fun and we can do maybe a little bit of extra stuff that we might not necessarily got to do if I had a strict plan.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I'm just more of I like to achieve. So I usually try and, I like to push and be, every day to try and do our best versus, and it's frustrating when I know if I had more resources, I could do better and hit where I want to be. Because I know what it takes to win, or I know what it takes to give, good service to somebody who's struggling. So, and not to have those resources is limited. But you still have to do, like you said, you still have to carry on. You can't just go whack. You still have to carry on and do what you can do with what you have, and try not to let it get to you.
I'm wondering if maybe your sense of achievement, the go-getter, maybe that triggers some anxiety, and I'm wondering if maybe you have any techniques that you use to deal with that?
Exercise, usually. Exercise, music, humor.
Have you ever considered maybe a deep breathing technique?
Oh, no. Nope, I have not.
So what that is when you start feeling anxious and overwhelming, like when you said like you feel like you don't have your ball together, you could easily go just to help alleviate your anxiety. Do you want to try some of those?
Sure.
So 1, 2. So between now and our next session, I would like for you to try those, and maybe in our next session we can develop more on your stress with trying to manage both sides of your career. And how does next week sound?
That sounds great.
All right.